Oh, almost didn't see you there, everybody. What's going on, everybody? Your two favorite literature consumers are back tonight, and we're talking about a film that hit cinemas a few months back, getting a lot of attention around the award season here. We've heard a lot of good things about this. A couple of the other guys have watched this. I think Uncle Kev watched this and told us about it, raved about his performance and everything. But anyways, we both got a chance to finally check out this movie, and we are back tonight with our review of American Fiction.
Go back to not selling books.
Is it bad to cater to people's tastes?
People want to love you, Mom. You should let them love all of you.
There's already so much buzz because of the movie deal.
Michael B. Jordan is circling.
We want to put him on the cover in one of those scarves, I guess you would call them, tied around his head.
A do-rag?
Do-rag, that's it. Do-rag and a tank top with the muscles showing.
Somebody call the fire department.
That's right. These two wild boys are back with their new novella that's called American Fiction. Brand new film that just came out, directed by Cord Jefferson, starring the man, the myth, and the legend, Jeffrey Wright, behind me, and really focuses on his character as an author, and his name is Monk, and the stuff he's going through in life.
Yeah, Cord Jefferson's directorial debut here. His first movie, also written by Cord Jefferson. So a very impressive debut film, really. Didn't really know anything about him going in, and had heard some good things from the boys about this movie. And I read books and enjoy literature and stuff like that. So I figured let's give it a shot here, and am happy I did. This was a very fun film, a funny film, and a heartfelt film, and deals with a range of issues. But the main thing that this movie is dealing with here is Monk, Jeffrey Wright's character. He's a novelist, and he's noticing books, Black literature that is dealing with all the same kind of tropes that we've heard from Black literature. It's dealing with, like, somebody in the ghetto, the gang member with the hard life, the thug life, somebody from prison, that kind of thing. Basically, all the stereotypes that you can think of from Black culture. Whereas, he's an educated man himself and has written plenty of books, and none of them have really sold well. Nobody's really reading them because, they don't have that. It's not that stereotypical kind of writing. He's looking for different stories from a different point of view. So basically, in this film, in the beginning, it's him meeting up with his sister, and Tracee Ellis Ross as a sister here who is a doctor. So they're talking about the mom, who is, slowly, I think, going into Alzheimer's. She's starting to forget stuff. So they kind of need to, call a family meeting here and figure out what they're going to do. And then something tragic happens, pretty much right away with the sister.
Jeffrey Wright's character playing Monk in this is really phenomenal. I love him in everything he does. The voice in the character and What If, and just the movies and TV shows he's been, he just gets better and better. But Monk character, intellectual, intelligent man, author, fed up with, society and things we're coming across still in 2024, dealing with race and being stereotyped and things like that. And, him being this character of Monk is showcasing that, hey, not all Black people are living in poverty or dealing with, going to prison and things like that. They're normal, living day to day, being successful, running companies, being normal people like the rest of us. And that's where it's getting angry and agitated, with everything, focusing on all the bad stereotypes of Black people.
Monk uses a pseudonym and writes this book from the point of view, pretending to be through the eyes of somebody with a rough childhood and going through the prison life and being, involved in gang violence and stuff like that. Basically, what the establishment is pushing out there and propelling, these kind of books and this fiction to the forefront. So he wants to write this using a pseudonym, not letting everybody know that it's him, just to prove a point that this is what everybody's eating up. And little does he know that his book, under the pseudonym Stag R. Lee, he ends up titling it Fuck, and it goes to number one. Everybody eats it up. The people in charge of the book order even more copies right away. It just goes, right to the top, basically. And it just goes to prove his point basically. But even though that's not what he wanted, he was kind of writing it to kind of get it out of his system and like, talk about what kind of a joke it is, how, everybody's writing the same stereotypical stuff. It's not coming from a fresh perspective. But anyways, it ends up, backfiring on him too, because everybody wants to talk with them and meet with them. They want to adapt the story into a movie. And, everything goes downhill for the character from there until he kind of deals with it in a way and, works it to his advantage by the end of the movie.
Yeah, it kind of backfires on him. He's just more or less trying to vent about everything he's frustrated about and becomes super successful. And then he wants to take it a step further and he pretends to be this fugitive from the law. And, for the white publishers and movie producers, and they're basically eating up all the bait he's setting up for them, which is really cool. I didn't see that coming towards the end, but that was a really cool setup and a big fuck you and just a really well-written story, well acted across the board. Some really great cinematography and score in this movie, beautiful atmosphere. Didn't know much about this movie, but yeah, it was just a really good story. Damn good time.
This movie really flowed well, from beginning to end. It just one scene to the next was great, terrific. No dead time, no wasted dialogue. Everything was fantastic. We had some great performances from everybody. In particular, we had talked about Sterling K. Brown, his brother in the film, just chewing up scenery in this role, playing a gay man, another successful man, but dealing with the aftermath of the sister and the mom and the diagnosis there, and going through things and using drugs and being the life of the party, and being the life of every scene really that he's in, just chewing up scenery here. It's a great performance from Sterling K. Brown as well. And then you had a love interest for Monk, Issa Rae playing Sinatra Golden. And I really appreciated her character in that role too, because it kind of grounded Monk. It brought him back to reality. He didn't get too big for his britches there like he could have, being this, famous author and all that. And then you had John Ortiz as Arthur, who is playing Monk's basically his agent, who would get him, get the book deals involved and get the publishers involved and get him deals and everything. And I liked their chemistry too. Everybody's great. And then you had this role of a producer, Wiley Valdespino, Adam Brody. It was a different role than I'd seen him in. He was just different. I'm used to seeing him one way, obviously knowing him and remembering him from 20 years ago on OC, the teen show, to now to playing this character. He was different in this, and I liked his performance in this. He really brought that as the producer, this over-the-top guy, trying to bring this story to life, on screen, trying to adapt the story into a movie. But just overall, I just really enjoyed this movie. It's very funny, a good look, a good satire, a dark comedy, high concept comedy from this first time director. And it's just the movie, it just works at every level here. It deals with so many different things all in one. And it was just a terrific film.
I was really surprised by this. There was a lot more funny bits in this movie than I expected. It's a dramedy, a lot of great drama in this, having to do with this book and this author. But I thought the supporting cast, the family, they had a great chemistry together. Tracee Ellis Ross, John Ortiz, Sterling K. Brown, my man. I thought he was fantastic as the gay brother. I think he was like a surgeon, so he had a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then the family had a beach house, so they weren't hurting for money. And I thought they really had great chemistry on screen together between him and Jeffrey Wright. They're really great in this movie. Pulls on the heartstrings, a lot of, good messages in this movie, a lot of things we're dealing with in America and across the globe in 2024, and had a lot to say. I think the director, Cord Jefferson, did a great job writing and directing this film, had a lot to say. I'm very impressed, and this is a movie I definitely rewatch. So that being said, I'm going to give American Fiction, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 Sterling K. Brown hair pieces.
What an impressive directorial debut from Cord Jefferson.
Absolutely.
Just everything worked. He knocked it out of the park. This is one of the most impressive debuts, that I can recall here. And especially breaking all the stereotypes of what we see in Black cinema. We've never seen a Black family at a beach house. It's always the white family by the sea, Manchester by the sea. You think of that. This, just goes to show you there's other families out there. It's not just white people that live on the beach. There's black families too. Every sort of ethnicity out there. It's refreshing to see this. We don't usually see stories from a different perspective. And this one, really delivered everything, like you mentioned, comedy, delivered on the heartfelt moments and had some terrific performances. And that being said, I'm going to give American Fiction, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 Jeffrey Wright hairpieces.
So I want to hear from all you wild novelists out there. What did you like about American Fiction? What didn't you like about it? What's been your favorite film of 2024 thus far? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to write, subscribe. Also check out these wild novellas on Facebook, X, and Instagram, and our website, Cinephellas.com, for the latest, greatest TV, movie news and reviews.
Thank you, everybody, for watching our review of American Fiction. If you guys haven't had a chance to watch American Fiction yet, please do look out for this. I'm not sure which streaming service it is on now. I think you can probably rent it on digital. But yeah, stay tuned and see where this lands. You're going to want to stream this. This is a really good film, one of the best of last year for sure. So that being said, this has been our review of American Fiction. And until the next Cinephellas movie review, I'm Uncle Henry K. Brown.
And I'm Uncle Logan Myers, signing out until the next movie review. Cheers!
Cheers!
I'm heading to the library.